Sue here again. Getting tired of me yet? Well, I was watching Selena, if you've met her. If you watched the Cat Boys, we did a video, Selena and I did for them. She's one of my favorite smokers. She doesn't smoke much, so I don't mind sharing with her. Anyway, enough of that, bitch. Anyway, so this is about the tobaccos for 2015. I gotta get that shade fixed. Anyway, right now, I'm smoking some Steve Books, Young Masters. I was lucky enough to have a friend, J.B. Berry, very good about picking me up some and gifting me some of his blends. So I've been very thrilled. He did a contest and he gave away a bunch. And although, okay, so I got rid of Selena. Okay, let's tell the truth. The favorite tobaccos this year. The way I gauge a favorite tobacco, like I said, I already told you 965 is going to be my all-time favorite, but what tins did you empty? And those tins, it depends on, you know, whether I emptied them by sharing them or whether I emptied them because I smoked them and was a little greedy about it, you know. And there are, with my Steve Books tobaccos, I'm very greedy with them. I don't share them a lot. But, so this year, what I did was I looked at the tins. And, of course, I had like 4 empty 965s. And they go all the way back to 2008. There was a 2008, a 2009, maybe 2 2009s because I wanted to, you know, about 5 years is good. And, you know, like I said, I had like 4 empty tins of 965. And I knew which ones I'd already smoked out of my stack. So, and then of course I went through a couple of tins of cap. You know, for some reason I smoke this in the morning. I don't understand. This seems to have the higher nicotine than that early morning does, and I want to start my day with a high nicotine. I did go through a couple tins of early morning, and then when I was in Florida, I don't know if you guys remember that, but I went through Firestorm, which was a very unusual thing for me. But, you know, I was on a cruise. I liked the fact that it was an aromatic. I liked the fact that it did have a scent to it. You know, it was kind of a nice, and so I did go through a tin of this, and I smoked that through my Sayers pipe. So it's pretty much going to stay with this Firestorm because it did ghost, and that happens. So, and really this is a great on the beach kind of tobacco because it has so much flavor. You can actually get over all the smells. And so Sayers pipes, my little Sayers pipe, the little green one, will stay with this one. See, this is how it happens. This is how I get so many pipes. I get a tobacco, and then I find a pipe, I smoke with that tobacco, and then that pipe becomes that tobacco. So when I want to try another tobacco, I have to buy another pipe. Oh, I'm off subject. Off focus. So that was my top 5, I'm sure. Now, one of the things that surprises me of all of this, and of all the tins that I smoked, like say, you know, I smoked quite a bit of the 965. I smoked 3 tins myself, and maybe sharing some of Drew Estate Grand Central. And it's like, it's almost kind of like I want to say a dessert to me type tobacco. So when friends and I were sitting around, you know, we'd be ending our day with wine or something, or iced tea or something, it seemed like that was really a good tobacco for that time of day. So it seemed like the Drew Estate, which was a surprise, because usually, you know, I'm lucky enough that if I don't like a tin of tobacco, I've always had outlets for it, you know, little bits and pieces here and there. So I've been able to open a tin and not feel guilty about it going to waste. And that's probably why I send out little bits and pieces to everybody. Off focus again. So did we get that down? Ready? the number one for 2015 tobacco is actually Steve Book's tobaccos in general. His are all, I don't care. They were the number one for 2015 because J.B. Beard was nice enough to help me acquire some and send me some as a gift. So that was my number one, all of his tobacco. So, you know, I never choose just one, but all of them. Then the tobacco that is always consistent in my life and always will be is the 965 Dunhill, my mixture 965. However, it is a vintage. I very rarely open a new tin of 965. It's always been a vintage 965 for me. So maybe that has something to do with it. But that's always been in my top 5. Then, like I said, you know, I go through nightcap instead of early morning. I go through nightcap early in the morning. And on the beach, I just thought Firestorm had such a nice overpowering, being a great aromatic, that it was a great beach cruise, you know, travel tobacco for me for that occasion. But that's this year. So next year, you know, I'm going to California next year. So next year, let's see. It's going to be all kinds of different tobaccos for me that way. Happy, happy, joy, joy. I think I gave you 5. I don't know. Where's Selena? She's the one that always keeps count. Selena! She's the good girl. Happy, happy, joy, joy. We're both watching you. You thought one Sue was bad. Of course I agreed. I had to agree.